Why fast food sucks now. Before this video even begins, I'm gonna agree with the thumbnail. I don't think fast food is cheap anymore. It's not even fast, and it's also not good. It doesn't taste good, and it's bad for you. So that's like 4 bad things, literally right away. I just need a rant, and I think this video will sum it up in a more summarized way. Let's go.
I'm going to show you a few different modern fast food locations with the logos removed, and I want to see if you can guess which.
Bro, right away, another thing about fast food is they used to be fun. Fast food places used to be whimsical, fun, McDonald's, Happy Land. Bro, now look, they're all like these corporate hell spaces. It's like, I don't know. This one, Starbucks. This one, KFC. The bottom corner that my face cam's low-key covering, I'm gonna say, oh, wait, that one looks like KFC. And then brown, I don't know, Burger King.
Restaurant it is. Here is number 1. That is Panda Express.
Okay, all right. That's unfair because I don't have Panda Express where I live.
Here's number 2. That is Arby's.
Arby's? I said KFC.
Here's number 3. That is Burger King.
Yo, that was a wild guess. I actually got Burger King right though.
Here's number 4. That is Wendy's.
I probably could have gotten that. I do like Wendy's, but they definitely are like, it's fast food, you know? I think they're the better of like the main fast foods. Like McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's is a little bit better, I would say.
Fast food restaurants in America have completely lost their identity.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stop at these soulless...
Look how gray and depressing it is. Nah, because remember when McDonald's used to be fun, bro? I'm gonna open up Facecam, so I type in McDonald's, it's gonna be like, here's your address. McDonald's old look. Just look at this one. Look at how fun this looks. It's red and yellow and fun. And then a lot of times they have like the golden arches and whatnot. Like they used to be fun, bro. They had the golden arches. It used to be dope. And now look, it's gray and sad. This is what we've come to in the year 2026.
Gray buildings. Fast food used to be cheap, tasty, and most importantly, fast. And on top of that,
bro, I can't even, on the fast topic, I know I'm talking so much right now, but on the topic of being fast, we shouldn't even call it fast food anymore. You know, the last time I went to Taco Bell, probably sometime last year, I had to sit there for like 25 minutes in there waiting for my food when DoorDash dudes were holding up their phones like, oh no, no. Like, bro, like, and no, they weren't getting their food. The DoorDash guys were upset. I was upset. I wasn't getting my food. Like, it's just like, we shouldn't even call it fast food no more. Holy.
Experience used to be fun. Today, the color is gone. The prices for a meal are almost the same as a regular restaurant, and the service is slower than ever. But this did not happen by accident. In fact, it's all by design. And today I'm going to break down
why would they intentionally make their food depressing and low quality? They're feeding us slop.
Fast food today is colorless, expensive, and slow. And while it might sound like all hope is lost, there is something you can do to change it. And if enough of us do that, we just might be able to return to the
revolution of fast food. We'll all boycott.
Glory days. Modern American fast food buildings are the perfect representation of the soul that's been sucked out of the industry. What used to be these creative
architectural, they had a castle. The only castle we got anymore is White Castle, and who even goes there?
Fun houses have transformed into sterile gray boxes that are severely lacking identity. Some of them kind of look like modern homes, some of them look like banks, some of them just some of them kind of look like modern homes, some of them look
this one. Yo, this looks like, it actually looks like a bank. This one can't be real. There has to be a weird story behind this one, right? Like maybe it actually was a bank and they just like redid it or something. There's no way. There's no way this is real.
Look like banks. Some of them just look like corporate offices. But when you remove the logo, you genuinely could not tell what restaurant it was. Compare that to what this architectural illustrator posted on.
Man, like architecture used to be cool, bro, and now we have slop.
Reddit. Even without the logos, you can still tell which building belongs to each fast food brand. Or can you? I'll see if in the comments one of you gets all 12 belongs
we're guessing. All right, number 1, Pizza Hut. Number 2, KFC. Number 3, I want to say number 3 is McDonald's. Number 4, White Castle. This one, I don't know. That looks like some Texan thing. Is it Texas Roadhouse? I don't think that counts. Right, this one, I'm going to say In-N-Out. The blue... Oh, I don't know what the blue is. Burger King. I think they used to look like that. This one right here, again, I don't know, like Hungry Jack's, Jack in the Box, isn't that one of them? This one down here, In-N-Out. This one right here. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't even know what this one is. Dairy Queen. And then my face cam is blocking these two. Let me put it up real quick. I'm gonna say this one down here. I don't know actually. What is that one? Is that? No, this one might be Wendy's. What is this? Checkers. I already said this was Checkers. Wait, what? All right, I don't even know, bro. I don't know. That's my guess, chat.
Each fast food brand. Or can you? I'll see if in the comments one of you gets all 12 correct. Early Taco Bell locations were...
What? Taco Bell used to look like this? That's so cool. See the soul that they took away from us?
Trying to evoke the look and feel of traditional Spanish and Mexican style architecture. The original buildings featured stucco walls, red clay tile roofs, exposed wooden beams, and arched entryways. Now, you get a gray box with a modern purple LED light.
I mean, all right. I'm actually going to say this, though. I think Taco Bell, of all the modern ones, probably looks the best. I think the all black... Also, my shirt keeps, like, rolling up. What the heck? This whole, like, black thing with the purple LED, like, I think that's kind of cool, actually. I think of all the modern fast foods, Taco Bell... Like, I don't really have any new Taco Bells by me, but, like, this picture looks cool. Like, this is actually cool. I like this one.
Light. Pizza Hut's red roof became such an iconic part of their design that now, when a new business takes over the building and attempts to redesign, everyone knows it used to...
That's funny.
...be a Pizza Hut. But today's Pizza Hut? Yep, another gray box. McDonald's used to have these big glowing arches you could see from a mile away. I was surprised to find out that there are still a few locations that maintain that 1960s vintage look. Take this Bloomington, Minnesota.
Bro, I actually have one of these in a town near me, and I like it so much. They don't even have this McDonald's logo. It has like the old logo. It's pretty cool.
Minnesota location, for example. It still has the massive arches on each side, the red and white striped bricks around the edges, and red outline.
I just don't get, like, why would you get rid of this? This is so iconic. I just don't even get it.
Gives it this cartoonish but welcoming vibe. But sometime in 2023, they decided to get rid of all that charm and paint it gray. During McDonald's nationwide boom in the 1970s, they made a major rebrand to build locations faster. The red mansard roofs with the yellow accents that were supposed to resemble French fries is what...
Like, it's not as good as the golden arches, but it still has color at least. Is color too much to ask for?
Most people remember visiting throughout their childhood. There are still a few locations out there that haven't been modernized. This one in Dunedin, Florida looks absolutely beautiful with the palm trees and the bright blue sky. Or check out this stunning Durham, North Carolina location. This photo was taken in 2021, but it looks like we took a time machine back to 1993. Sadly, this one was also painted entirely gray in 2024. Even this location outside of Disney World looks...
If these guys are painted gray, I'm gonna cry.
Like a theme park of its own. And I'm sad to admit that this creative masterpiece has been replaced by what looks like a corporate headquarters.
What is that? McDonald's is ruining everything for no reason. What is this? You got rid of the most fun, Funland look ever that's inviting. Like, I don't even like McDonald's, and I would go to that one just because it looks cool. And they bring this in. This looks like scaffolding. Did they even finish this building? They didn't even finish this. Holy cow. I'm upset. I'm actually upset.
Gosh. Now, one of the main reasons behind the gray box trend is that it's a safer, smarter real estate investment. This strategy leans heavily on modular construction and prefab standardized architecture. When a previous brand needed a very specific build out, which usually came down to their custom roofs, it just costs more. And in a way, they're also preparing.
Oh, because we all know McDonald's and all these Burger King, White Castle, these companies are really struggling with the money. Let's look up McDonald's net worth. Huh, okay. McDonald's, yeah, they're kind of struggling. They're only worth $241 billion and $8.5 billion in 2023 alone. They're struggling though. Get rid of the yellow arches. We can't afford that. That's expensive. I don't even get it, bro.
For their imminent failure, because these vague buildings can be transformed into just about any other business. In New Jersey, this Wendy's was transformed into a Burger King. In Missouri, this old Burger King was turned into a Wendy's. This former Taco Bell KFC combo was turned into a local pharmacy. And this former Arby's is now a local pizzeria. And to no surprise at all,
I will say though, I think it's so funny, especially the Pizza Hut buildings. Like, let me look those up real quick. Yeah, these are so funny. So Pizza Hut has like this very recognizable roof, and like a lot of Pizza Huts have shut down throughout the years, and they like repurposed to like new things. But it's so funny because like you could just tell this was a Pizza Hut. Like it's the roof. This one's crazy. It's a church that was a Pizza Hut. Have y'all even ever heard of that? That one's crazy.
Local pizzeria made a more charming and visually interesting design. Now my favorite is when chains actually do the opposite of this, when they repurpose an old building, like this old bank in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Bro, this is the most official looking Dunkin' Donuts I've ever seen.
That was transformed into a Dunkin' Donuts. It's undeniably smarter and probably more sustainable to build buildings that can outlive the brand inside them, which will in turn reduce waste and provide opportunity to future businesses. But there's just something sad about it too. Each restaurant lost all its character, but it's not just the exterior that lost its character. The interior is where many many of these places thrived.
Dude, yeah, the interiors are something they haven't even touched on yet. Bro, look at the colors and the fun. Now you walk in, it's all gray and there's trash everywhere. Like, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but my fast food places near me, bro, they don't look so nice, bro. They don't.
Stepping inside used to feel like entering a little world of its own. Taco Bell had these purple and teal Art Deco chairs, textured wall tiles, and neon
pink and teal. Now we got gray and gray.
Squiggles that felt like walking through a 90s arcade. People today would probably call this tacky, and they might not be wrong.
No, it's not tacky, it's awesome.
Damn, it has an identity. But before we dive deeper, the other day I wasted hours trying to cancel all those subscriptions I forgot about. Luckily, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help.
Shout out to Patrick CC. W sponsor, but anyways.
Subscription to get started for free. Wendy's had an immaculate 1970.
That is not what you cannot tell me this was Wendy's. Chat, tell me he's lying, right? That is not Wendy's. That's actually not Wendy's. It can't be.
These grandma aesthetic, wood paneled walls, stained glass lamps hanging above every table, plush burgundy booths, and soft yellow lighting that made it feel more like a
Yo, I didn't even know Wendy's ever looked like this. This is like bizarre. I almost feel like this is kind of weird. Like carpets in a fast food place. I mean, maybe they actually cleaned it back then, but like, I don't know, bro.
Cozy living room than a fast food joint. And these sunrooms? Dude, these sunrooms absolutely ripped.
A sunroom in a Wendy's? The way I would eat a burger in there, so yummy and good.
Pizza Hut felt like a legit sit-down restaurant with thick carpeting, red vinyl booths, and those iconic Tiffany-style lamps that turned every meal into a dimly lit occasion. McDonald's had burger seats. Look at these.
Okay, that's a little weird because the eyes would be touching my butt and I don't want that.
Burger seats. Are they a little terrifying? Sure, but I think we can all agree that we want them back. And when management started encouraging a more kid-friendly atmosphere, almost every franchisee built massive playgrounds and indoor sets packed with massive tubes, nets, and ball pits to play in while the adults got to enjoy their meal. However, for years, McDonald's had been dealing with injury lawsuits where kids hurt themselves climbing around rope ladders.
Bro, I think it's one of those things, if you go into one of them and get hurt, it's probably your fault. Like, unless like something actually broke, like the tunnel like fell down and you like broke your arm, that's probably McDonald's fault. But other than that, when like I can't stand when like kids will do something obviously dangerous and the parents don't stop them, and then like somebody else has to pay for it. Like, bro, maybe don't let your kid jump head first off of something big. Maybe think about that. Although I don't like defending billionaire companies, so you know what? Sue them. If they can't spend money on golden arches, they can at least give it to families.
Monkey bars. In a 5-year span alone from 1986 to 1991, 1,500 injury claims were filed against McDonald's when kids fell off their equipment or got trapped in one of their structures. Hundreds, if not thousands of injuries went unreported, and not to mention the sanitation concerns.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, I knew those things were filthy. Some places have still tried to hang on to that old school charm well into the 2020s. I found this 1950s retro diner inspired McDonald's.
That's cool.
Location in Williamsburg, Virginia. They have a whole ass 1957 Chevy on the inside just parked in the middle of the restaurant. This beautiful time capsule location was, you guessed it, grayed out and turned into another modernized hospital cafeteria a few years ago. A location in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn was
What did he say? He said hospital cafeteria. That he's kind of eating with that one though.
Designed to a 1980s theme for a Marvel movie, and to no surprise at all, everyone loves it. And even though it still doesn't look like a true time capsule, it's just enough retro and modern combined to give the place.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, even if they don't want to go all in and have all this crazy stuff, they could at least have like a couple fun things still. Like a lot of fast food places are just like so stark and gray. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind gray either. Gray's fun, but it's just like you got a little something.
A lot more soul. And if you're watching this and you have a fast food location near you that still has some old school charm, drop it in the comments because I want to see. But the blueprint for the modern fast food gray box, the minimalism, the neutral tone textured wallpaper, the IKEA chairs that hurt to sit in, the inoffensive abstract art, the dim industrial lighting, it can all be blamed on Chipotle. Chipotle's early 2000s
Chipotle? What did Chipotle do?
Expansion marked a turning point in the fast food industry. Their concept was called fast casual. You still got your food quickly, but the experience felt more elevated. The menu was simple, the ingredients were marketed as fresher, and the interiors ditched the kid-friendly chaos.
So basically, they tried to look fancy and modern, and people fell for it, and Chipotle blew up throughout like the last 10 years. And then all the other fast food places were like, oh, our food sucks and it's expensive now, but maybe if we make everything look modern and great, then they'll want to eat it. Nope, I want to eat there even less now.
Favor of something more modern. Because of this, they were able to charge a higher price, and teenagers, college kids, and young professionals were more than willing to pay. But they weren't just paying for vibes. Those 2010s Chipotle burritos were massive. You used to get at least 2 servings of food for one price, which made it comparable to 2 fast food trips. Chipotle's success came at a time when McDonald's and other giants were on a rapid decline. In 2003, McDonald's stock price fell to a 9-year low. And in Q4 of 2020,
God forbid, we only made $344 million instead of 345. Oh my! Like, bro, this is why, like, publicly traded companies just like, it's all about the shareholder. It's not even about the client. It's like, oh, how can we make our shareholder more money? Like, I know that's kind of like an obvious thing to say. Like, who doesn't know that big companies are greedy? But it's like, bro.
2023 was the first net loss in profits they ever had.
Loss. Net loss of $344 million. Okay, I didn't realize that part. All right. Dang, what the heck happened?
Losing $344 million. Public pressure around junk food intensified during this period. The Super Size Me documentary further tarnished.
Yo, how many of y'all watched this in school? They made us watch this in school. He ate McDonald's for 30 days, and he was like all sick and stuff like that. It was breakfast, lunch, and dinner McDonald's, that's it.
Company's brand. The doc followed Morgan Spurlock, who ate at McDonald's restaurants 3 times a day, every day for a month, consuming every item on the chain's menu at least once. At the end of the experiment, the 32-year-old had gained 24.5 pounds, a 13% body mass increased his cholesterol to dangerous levels, and became the proof the media needed to paint fast food as the face of America's obesity crisis. So while McDonald's scrambled to repair its image, Chipotle was thriving, offering a cleaner, simpler...
Bro, Chipotle, like, I just ate it last night. And like, I don't know. I feel like it fell off a little bit. And my first time having it was 2024. I don't know. Something feels different about it. I feel like they don't put care into the chicken, and the chicken always has these weird nubby bits, and that freaks me out personally. I would appreciate if Chipotle put more care into cutting their chicken.
Healthier experience that looked and felt like the opposite of everything fast food had become. In response, McDonald's started the Forever Young campaign to transform the playground feel into a cafe-style space. What resulted was a push for a more contemporary aura, accented by terracotta, olive, and gray colors paired with wooden furniture. Of course, other fast food restaurants saw this change and followed suit. I also believe that the success of Starbucks and maybe even the Apple Store had a big impact on the aesthetics of fast food chains. Starbucks proved that people would pay a premium price to hang around in a space that felt upscale, and Apple taught the entire retail world that an ultra minimalist design could signal trust and quality. Today,
bro, but like that's Apple though. Like, Apple's whole aesthetic is being very simplified and futuristic. Like, McDonald's isn't a simple futuristic thing. It's freaking burgers. Like, let it be fun. Let it be fun. Is that so wrong? I don't know if this is an old or modern one. I kind of like the lights in the ceiling though. That's kind of dope.
Every fast food chain takes a little bit of inspiration from Chipotle, Starbucks, and the Apple Store, which has majorly contributed to them losing what made them special in the first place. Yeah. Fast food restaurants were meant to be bold, fun, and kid-friendly, or even calm and cozy sit-downs for the family. But designers Lynn Rosenbaum and Michael Muchoff told the YouTube channel Cheddar that the design choices are nothing more than a marketing tactic.
We have to be perceived as new and fresh and offering food that is new and fresh. What has changed within our restaurant? We want to communicate that to the customer on the outside, and the easiest way to do that is through architecture and interior design.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They didn't change anything. The burgers are the same, if not worse. Bro, that's so crazy. Like, how can I even think of like an example? That's like if you're really mean and you're an ugly person inside, but then you put on makeup suddenly and everybody's like, oh, they're a nice person now. They're still the same person. They just have makeup on now. Like,
how can we make it look healthier, but not actually make it healthier? That's basically the gist. I don't think any logical person is expecting fast food to be healthy, but the risk used to be worth the reward. Because beyond the building design and modern branding, it seems like they aren't even trying to make the food look or taste good anymore. The burgers aren't even close to as advertised, with buns flat as a pancake and
yeah, bro, like this one looks better than some burgers I've seen, bro. Whataburger. I've never been here. Is this good? Whataburger.
That looks like it was left out all night. Places like KFC refuse to change the oil in their fryers, so you can't even taste the chicken anymore. And those so-called crispy fries you ordered look like they were defrosted, placed under a heat lamp, and served without anyone noticing they missed a crucial step. Even legendary YouTuber The Report of the Week...
Yo, this guy's a goat, bro. I like watching this guy. Every time he does a food review, he's like, I just can't believe how gross this is. He's so funny, bro. The Report of the Week. I love this guy. Review, bro.
The past decade reviewing fast food menu items, just about how to melt down over the decline in quality and service across every big chain in the US.
This dude's a goat, bro. He wears a suit and he gets all dressed up and then he just eats like fast food and reviews it. But like, I trust his opinion over anyone else. If he says something at a fast food place is good, I'll go there and try it.
After countless bad experiences in 2023.
Instances not as bad as this, but where there have been problems with my order, with the quality, it's just elapsing more and more. And it's not just Culver's. It's every place. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, you name it. There have been so many places, and I'm sure you've noticed this, that I've reviewed in the last couple years.
This is my goat.
Where the food has just been awful. It's quite frankly disgusting. I hate when this happens. And what bothers me even more is when it's becoming more and more of the norm. When I'm trying out these sorts of items, and time and again, it's some burnt piece of garbage. It's some... just vile.
Yo, I gotta tell y'all real quick, the absolute worst trend with fast food. I don't eat fast food anymore. I stopped, like, honestly after this. There's this new thing going around with these snack wraps. So it's like this new thing. Burger King got it, McDonald's got it, all these different places got a snack wrap now. It's a little like tortilla with a piece of chicken inside and like some veggies or whatever. I've tried these at McDonald's and Burger King. They are genuinely the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted ever. I waited one time, I kid you not, 30 minutes in a Burger King drive-thru. I was the only person here. 30 minutes. And I wanted to try these new snack wraps. They look good in the billboard. They were so bad, I couldn't finish any of them. The chicken was like, I can't even explain what was wrong with it. It was the worst thing ever. It was the worst thing ever. And the chicken was just like the worst piece. And even like just looking at the picture though, they don't even get a piece of chicken. They cut like a chicken patty in half and just put it in here. So like the white part just burns because like it's not supposed to cook. The breading is supposed to cook. It's just, do not get McDonald's or Burger King or any snack wraps. They are the worst thing I've ever tasted. Like literally, I got those snack wraps from Burger King that one time. I haven't eaten the fast food since. Like I'm so serious. It was the worst food I've ever tasted in my life. I just had to put that out there, bro. Do not get snack wraps from any of these places. They are not good.
Slop, for lack of a better word. And it's getting to the point now where pretty much every other item that I review is just, it's disgusting in some way or another. Or it's just so overpriced that it might be alright, but it's like you're burning your money. What's even the point?
But even if fast food companies lost the fun, lost the undeniable guilty pleasure taste, at least it's still cheap, right? Nope. Chick-fil-A, Arby's, Wendy's, Jimmy John's, Chipotle.
No, I gotta say, Chick-fil-A is good. That's all. I'm giving Chick-fil-A a pass on this list.
Taco Bell, Popeyes, and McDonald's all raised their prices by 55.
That's crazy. McDonald's 100% increase on prices in 10 years. That is not right. And you want to know how much the average American wage went up? Probably like 5%, maybe like 10, 15%. Not 100, I'll tell you that.
14 and 2024. Most of us can remember a time where $5 could fill you up at most restaurants. Maybe you'd snag a couple of grillers or a fill-up box from Taco Bell, a McDouble, McChicken and fries, a famous bowl from KFC, and even if you wanted to get full meals, you'd still spend less than $10. What I found shocking is that Columbus, Ohio has the most affordable fast food in the country, but meals still cost $10 on average. Most cities average $12 to $13 for a fast food meal, and I can say with certainty, at least where I live, that there are plenty of local restaurants serving way better food for $13. Some McDonald's locations were charging as high as $18 for a Big Mac meal. In 2024, the McDonald's president Joe Erlinger attempted to address many of the concerns that Americans had with McDonald's prices significantly rising. What's funny is that they made this graphic that claims to debunk a bunch of myths, while claiming that the facts state that they have only raised their prices by 20 to 40% since 2019. Like they put this obnoxious claim as a myth. McDonald's medium fries increased by 138%, just to attempt to soften the blow when they say that the fact is that the average price of a medium fries was a 44% increase. Like we're supposed to be like, oh, only a 44% increase for fries that are...
Dude, that is not like a little increase. 44%? That's like half of the price up, which is crazy.
Soggy, cold, and take 20 minutes to get. That's so much better than 138%. The reality is that fast food has entirely changed its value proposition to customers in America. It's no longer about being cheap, it's about being lazy. A professor of marketing at Johns Hopkins said, "These chains are not charity organizations. They're not trying to serve cheap food to people who are complaining about high prices. They're trying to get people who have either stopped going to the store or never went there." I suspect the value pricing approach is working for McDonald's. Okay. So, they killed the vibes, ruined the taste, charge way too much money. Is it at least still fast? Well, kinda. The speed of service has drastically decreased as Americans become more dependent on the drive-thru. America runs on urgency. Our cities are built to drive around, not stop and hang out in. Our work weeks are packed, our commutes are long.
Bro, I could not, I'm so glad I'm a YouTuber, bro. If I had to drive in this every day to go work and, if I had to drive in this...
Built to drive around, not stop and hang out in. Our work weeks
to go work in this, bro... Look, everybody got different things, man. I'll tell you what, this life is not for me.
Are packed, our commutes are long, and our breaks are short. Everything in our culture tells us to move faster, work more, and consume more. So we designed an entire meal experience around not having to stop moving. Pull up in your car, order before you speak to a person, get your food in a brown bag, and don't even look inside until you're already merging onto the highway. And stuff the fries down your throat with one hand while the other is on the wheel. Drive-thrus aren't about convenience. They're a survival mechanism for a society that doesn't have time to sit down.
Bro, I'm not even lying. I don't even really use drive-thrus. I'm more of a go in and get it type of guy. And then you go in and get it and it's like nasty in there. It's like, man, why am I even here at all? Honestly, that might be the strat, because I walked into fast food places and straight up left because they just weren't coming to me to take my order. You know what I'm saying?
But now even that convenience is starting to collapse. What used to be a 3 to 5 minute pit stop has turned into a 15+ minute wait behind a line of frustrated drivers. Even places like In-N-Out are facing major problems with lines that literally cause...
I'm surprised by that. I've only been to In-N-Out twice because I live on East Coast. This is a West Coast United States thing. And it was pretty fast, but I did go at weird times, I guess.
Traffic on the highways next to them. Pretty much every Chick-fil-A I've ever been to around lunchtime has 2 rows of 20+ cars bumper to bumper. Many locations are trying to combat these frustrating wait times by having staff walk around with iPads so you can get...
Chick-fil-A is another one, though. I feel like I've never had a long wait there. They're very efficient at Chick-fil-A. I'll give that to them. Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's are some of the only fast restaurants, I feel like.
That somewhat satisfaction that your order is being taken care of, but it doesn't make the food come out any faster. Now, you might think that removing drive-thrus in some locations or incentivizing walk-ins would somehow speed things up, but fast food restaurants have done their homework. Research shows that 47% of US consumers would simply avoid going to a store that doesn't have a drive-thru, and twice as many people prefer using the drive-thru to going in store. And that's because of the American go culture, as well as us not prioritizing eating as a meaningful experience. It's just another task to check off the list. Meals in other countries are a cultural staple, a time to slow down, talk, share, and connect. Americans treat eating as something you do out of necessity between meetings, in traffic, or while staring at your phone.
America!
And I'm talking to you, who's literally eating a meal while watching this right now.
Nope, I'm with my stream. Hi, stream. Everybody say hi.
Obsession with quick service, combined with fast food's obsession with margins, is slowly turning these restaurants into massive robotic garages, like this concept released by Taco Bell and...
No, come on, this is kind of cool. Ah, never mind, it's a drop. Ew, it's like a bank. Did they cook up there and put the food down here? Wait, oh my god, it's actually a bank. They cook the food and they put it down in a tube. All right, no, I don't like that. I like the aesthetic of it, but the actual concept is heck no.
2022 for their new vision for making service easier than ever before, or the new designs Chick-fil-A is rolling out that prioritize quick service, or Jimmy John's cutting down the size of their restaurant.
The heck is Jimmy John's? I ain't never heard of that.
To resemble more of a studio apartment. To make it even more streamlined, restaurants are releasing AI menu stands that replace human staff members, and the responses have been mixed, with some customers...
By the way, fun fact chat, these things were you go in the drive-thru and you have to talk to the speaker. I found out they don't activate if you're not in a car, because one time my cousin and I, we walked through one of these and we were trying to we were just walking and the inside of the restaurant was closed, but you could still do the drive-thru. So we didn't have a car. So we just walked there and we were in the drive-thru standing there and they just wouldn't take our order, and then a car went in and they took their order and we were like, bro, what? We're literally standing here. We can't go in the restaurant because you closed the inside sooner. What the heck? So we couldn't do that. So then we explained it to some guy and then he was like, yo, why don't you all come get in my car? Why don't you all come get in my car? And I'll get your food. And his cart, bro, it had crowbars in the back, bro. We were just kind of staring at him and he looked at my cousin. She's a girl and he was like, are you single? And then she was like, no. She was, but she said no, and then we just started running, bro. I think we almost got kidnapped, bro. We almost got slimed out at a Taco Bell. That's what it was. Because the drive-thru only detects if there's a car there, not people standing there, but the inside was closed, so we couldn't even get food just because we didn't have a car. Car-centric America, it sucks.
Replace human staff members, and the responses have been mixed, with some customers praising the decision and others arguing this is one step further in the wrong direction. So correct orders and no more attitudes for no reason? More jobs with human contact are going away. With fast food restaurants doing everything they can to make service seamless and Americans demanding even more convenience, how far away are we from a robotic arm extending from a building and just dumping the food right into our mouth?
Bro, aren't they already trying to do that? There's like drones that'll drive to your house now, like in the air and like drop stuff off. I think Amazon's testing that out. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I give it 10 years. The teenagers aren't even gonna be working at McDonald's anymore, bro. It's gonna be all just AI.
But as grim as the future looks, there is a way to fight this. There is a way to demand change, get better quality food, better prices, better speeds, and an all-around better experience. The solution is quite simple, and it's being implemented all over the world. Fast food is better outside of America, not just by opinion, but by design. Many nations have stricter regulations on food quality, preservatives, and sourcing. In places like Japan,
and then in America, we just eat slop.
France, or Germany, the ingredients are often fresher, the portions are more balanced, and the presentation is far more respectful of the dining experience. But this change didn't necessarily happen out of respect, it was by force. Like in France, when 5 activist farmers tore down a McDonald's that was being built in the southern town of Malo in August 1999. They handed out Roquefort cheese at the protest, which they said was to denounce US import restrictions and hormone-treated beef. But this was a calculated attack. In that same week, French farmers dumped 6 tons of manure on a McDonald's restaurant in Arles. This was
6 pounds of manure on a McDonald's. Nah, low-key though, W.
Was a symbol of resistance against American food imperialism and the spread of unhealthy, standardized meals. And it wasn't just about the food, they were defending culture, agriculture, and tradition. And it worked. French consumers began demanding locally sourced ingredients, and McDonald's responded. Today, around 75% of the food served in McDonald's France is sourced domestically. Wow. Now, this doesn't mean go and destroy your local McDonald's, but it is proof that a protest goes a long way. Also, McDonald's Europe became the first food...
The thing is, though, like, who's doing a McDonald's protest? Like, we got bigger fish to fry right now in America. You know, I'm not gonna get into too much detail, but, a lot of our government are involved in a certain ring hosted by a certain man who died in 2019, allegedly, in my opinion. I think that should be the #1 protest over McDonald's sucking. You know, we have bigger fish to fry here in America.
Retailer in many markets to sell Marine Stewardship Council certified sustainable fish. The MSC is widely considered the gold standard certification for sustainable wild-caught seafood, because if they did not meet these standards, then European countries would simply not allow them to serve fish. In India, they mostly don't serve beef or pork items due to religious values held by the citizens. In China, they serve taro pies. Taro is a plant native to Southeast Asia whose roots and leaves are used for food in this region. In Saudi Arabia,
I want to try a taro pie.
100% of their menu must be halal. Therefore, all products served at McDonald's restaurants are inspected and approved by local authorities and Islamic inspectors at the countries of export. The point is, McDonald's and other fast food restaurants will abide by socio-cultural, religious, food preferences, and environmental factors, or they will simply not be allowed to serve food in that country.
So what he's saying is America is just okay with slop. Sounds about right.
They might even complement the country with a vibey atmosphere. They'll serve food in decommissioned planes in New Zealand, a colorful building pagoda in China, or a ski up in Sweden. The end result, better service, better food, better vibes, and customers who treat eating as something worth sitting down for. All of these point to the fact that fast food restaurants can still be colorful, fun, cheap, and have the best quality food available for their meals. It's just that they only change when people finally start to walk away. This is not the answer you want, but it is the truth. Sure, the buildings are gray and bland. Sure, the service is slow. Sure, the food doesn't taste as good and corporate greed is driving up the price. But you can protest. You can just stop going, and they will be forced to resort.
Bro, that's what I'm doing. I literally have not eaten fast food in 2026 yet. At least I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. Hey, babe.
Yes, we got Wingstop.
Oh, but does Wingstop count?
Yes.
Okay, I ate Wingstop like
Wingstop does count because I felt sick both times after I ate it, but I still wanted it.
Okay, I did eat Wingstop, and I did have Chipotle. Okay, I've had like the higher tier ones though. I haven't eaten no McDonald's, no Burger King or Wendy's.
Back to the things that made these restaurants special in the first place. But until most of us refuse to order from these fast food restaurants, then nothing is going to change.
Well, W video by Patrick CC and L Fast Food. Subscribe to Vortrox too.